All right, welcome everyone. Today we're heading out on a kind of virtual expedition deep into one of India's most incredible wildlife havens. We are diving into the amazing Dudhwa National Park, a place that's just become this shining example of conservation success.
I mean, seriously, have you? Because if you have, you're in the right place. That's exactly what we're about to do. We're gonna uncover a world where these magnificent creatures are not just surviving, but thriving. It's a place of just raw, untamed beauty and, really critical conservation work.
So, here's our game plan for this little journey. First, we'll get a feel for the wilderness itself. Then we'll dig into its really fascinating history. After that, the best part, we'll meet the incredible animals. We'll also get to understand the unique environment they call home, and then wrap things up with some practical tips in case you want to plan your own adventure there. Sound good?
Okay, first stop on our expedition, let's get our bearings. We need to figure out exactly where this incredible place is and, what makes its landscape so special.
So, Dudhwa is tucked right up against the border with Nepal in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and it's huge. We're talking 490 square kilometers. But it's not just one thing. It's this amazing patchwork of different landscapes. You've got these marshy grasslands, really dense forests, and rivers winding all through it. It's basically the perfect setup for a massive variety of wildlife.
Every great place has a story, right? And Dudhwa's is just this incredible tale of transformation. Think about it. It went from being a hunting ground to a protected haven. And that change was really driven by the sheer passion of some amazing conservationists.
So let's look at how it all happened. The park's journey really kicks off back in 1958. It was first set up as a wildlife sanctuary, mainly to protect one animal, the swamp deer. Then, by '77, people realized just how important this place was, and it got an upgrade to a full-blown national park. And just 10 years after that, it became a key player in India's famous Project Tiger. That really cemented its status as a top-tier conservation area. But here's the thing, this didn't just happen on its own. It really was championed by the tireless, incredible efforts of one man, Billy Arjan Singh. This guy was a true pioneer. He famously reintroduced tigers and leopards that were born in zoos back into the wild, and he fought like crazy to get this wilderness the protection it so desperately needed. All right, now for the part I think we've all been waiting for. Let's meet some of the magnificent, incredible animals that call Dudhwa home. This is the fun part.
First up, the great Indian rhino. Get this, these guys were gone from this area for 150 years. 150! Then, in 1984, a reintroduction program started, and today, a thriving, healthy population of 46 rhinos is roaming the park. I mean, that is a massive conservation victory right there.
Hey, remember that animal the sanctuary was originally created to protect? The swamp deer, or as it's known, the Barasingha. Well, check this out. Today, their population is over 1,600 strong. It just goes to show you the real power of dedicated conservation. And it's not just about the big guys, the large mammals. Dudhwa is an absolute paradise for bird watchers. We're talking over 450 different species recorded here. From majestic hornbills and serpent eagles to countless migratory birds that flock here in the winter, the bird life is just, it's spectacular.
So you might be wondering, what does all this effort really amount to? Does conservation actually work? Well, you know what they say, the numbers don't lie. Just look at this. Between 1977 and 2022, the populations of swamp deer, spotted deer, and hog deer have all seen really significant growth. It's just proof of how effective this protected habitat has been.
Okay, so we've met the residents. Now, let's take a closer look at the unique environment that actually supports them and the official group that's tasked with protecting it all.
So Dudhwa is part of what's called the Terai ecosystem. What does that mean? Well, basically, it's a super fertile plain with rich soil, which allows for this incredible biodiversity. It's famous for its majestic salt forests, these huge grasslands with towering elephant grass, and this whole network of rivers and marshes that are pretty much the lifeblood of the park. And who manages all this? The entire reserve is managed by the National Tiger Conservation Authority, or the NTCA. This is a government body that's part of Project Tiger, and it makes sure that all the conservation efforts happening here are part of a bigger, coordinated national strategy to protect India's most iconic predator and, of course, its habitat. Now, if you go to visit, the whole reserve is divided into 5 different zones for tourists. You've got the main Dudhwa zone, then there's Sonarpur, which is famous for rhino sightings. There's also Kashanpur, Katarniagat, that's where you go to see crocodiles and dolphins, and the Chukka zone over in Pilita. Each one gives you a slightly different slice of this incredible wilderness. So are you feeling inspired to see it for yourself? I hope so. Fantastic! In our final section, we're going to cover the essential tips you need to plan your very own expedition to this amazing park.
Okay, first things first, timing is everything. The park has a very clear window for visitors. It opens up from mid-November and runs until mid-June. It closes down completely for the monsoon season, which makes sense. That's a really crucial and undisturbed time for the animals to breed.
Once you're actually there, safaris run twice a day. The times shift a little bit between winter and summer just to match up with the sunrise and sunset. But trust me, those early morning and late afternoon hours, that's the absolute best time to spot wildlife when they're most active.
And for the best possible experience, here are 4 key tips. 1. Book your safaris way ahead of time because demand can be really high. 2. Don't forget the essentials. Pack binoculars, your camera, sun protection. 3. Always respect the wildlife. Keep a safe distance. Remember, you're a guest in their home. And finally, number 4, silence is golden. Patience and quiet really improve your chances of seeing something amazing. The calmer you are, the more the forest is going to reveal itself to you.
You know, in the end, a visit to a place like Dudhwa is about so much more than just seeing animals. It's really about connecting with a truly wild place and understanding our part in protecting it. And this quote, well, it really says it all, doesn't it? It's just a powerful reminder that our greatest contribution is to appreciate these natural wonders while making sure they stay pristine for all the generations to come.